Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series of these I've been doing for a little while. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about this stuff. Excuse me. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This sounds delicious. Please let it be. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing super grody work clothes. Folks, when I'm inside my truck and I'm wearing super grody work clothes, that typically means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. But that's not the case. I actually picked this up a couple weekends ago, I want to say. Yeah, something like that. Definitely on a weekend. I was out to visit a friend of mine and decided to go over there and stop off at this cool little specialty candy and soda shop that I've reviewed plenty of stuff from called Rocket Fizz. They have a few locations in Illinois. They might have other locations, but I don't know. But I went over there and I was looking around, trying to see interesting sodas, and this one seemed kind of interesting. So, what is it? What am I reviewing for you, folks? It's boom! It is Jackson Hole soda with cane sugar, their Western watermelon flavor. Okay. It's got kind of an old-timey thing. Look, watermelon, banjo. No, it's not a banjo. That's just part of a watermelon. It's got a little thing, ingredients, carbonated water, cane sugar, natural flavors. Made with natural flavors. Okay. Family photo. Oh, apparently these are like old-timey family photos. Cool. Best dang soda in the whole darn country, or whole darn country. Wow, whiffed that one. So anyway, watermelon soda. Let's get a thing for the thing here. Like maybe something like that. I don't know. It's not really gonna look that great, but we'll and let's give it a go. Where is this from anyway? Did it say? It's got to say somewhere. Brewed and bottled in the USA. Well, that doesn't help me. Yeah, what the hell ever. I don't care enough. Open? Open. Okay. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay. Okay, pros and cons. Um, the initial sniff led me to think that this was not going to be a soda that I was going to be that into. Because here's the thing. I've actually tried other watermelon sodas. I've reviewed some of them. Watermelon Crush immediately comes to mind. I forget what the other one was. Watermelon isn't like a flavor you see often associated with soda, but it does occur. The problem I usually have with it, is that typically when soda companies use watermelon as their flavoring, they feel the need to use that very amped up kind of artificial flavor of watermelon that basically just makes it taste like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. I don't really like Jolly Ranchers, and I don't really like that amped up watermelon flavor. I still remember being a kid and I think it was like a blow pop, and it was like a watermelon flavored one. I was like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. It's got bubble gum in it, and it's watermelon, and I'm a kid and I like watermelon. And then I went over there and I, started, enjoying it, I guess, or what have you. And I was like, why the fuck is it like kind of tart and weird? Like, because the thing with watermelon is a very mild flavor, and it's very sort of just chill and neutral. It's part of the reason why I like watermelon, because, you go over there, you get yourself some watermelon on a hot day. It's nice, it's refreshing. I don't really need it to be jacked up. The initial smell of this had some of that waft, and I was like, fuck. But upon drinking the actual beverage, I am delighted to let you know that it is not that. It does have a little bit of a tang to it, but that's okay. Like, it's not like that Jolly Rancher taste. It's much more mild. Now, there is a little bit of an issue with that as well, in that, although, yes, I do want that more kind of subdued, and again, just kind of more chill watermelon flavor, I do feel to a certain extent like this is lacking a little bit in flavor. Like, it's kind of almost, this is going to sound stupid given that it's watermelon flavor, a little bit watery. But yeah. So it's one of those things. I mean, I guess this is kind of a, be careful what you wish for type of thing. Because it has, watermelon flavor to it for sure, but it doesn't linger long enough for me, It kind of, it apparently, maybe if it were cranberry flavored soda, then it would let it linger, but that was a lame ass joke. But no, so I mean, like, it's nice and like it's nice and refreshing, but I do wish that I like the type of flavoring that they used for it, and I like to a certain extent that it is a little bit more subdued. I just wish that flavor held out a little bit longer. Because it doesn't taste like a cheap soda. It doesn't taste like watered down. It feels very intentional, but in a good way. And I do like it. I just, again, it's like that initial hit of the watermelon is really nice. I just wish it would last a little bit longer, just so that I could kind of enjoy it, for that much longer. But here's what I'm going to say. Although I don't personally think this is the best soda in the whole dang country, I do think it's personally the best watermelon soda I've ever had. Now, that is a small sample size, but it is going up against, like, big names like Crush and whatever the fuck the other one was that I reviewed. Again, I can't think of the name. Sunkissed, maybe? Might have been Sunkissed. I don't know. I like this quite a bit because, to me, it is much closer in flavor and experience to what I want from a watermelon soda. It's not overly jacked up in the flavor, and it's nice and refreshing. It doesn't feel like I'm trying to drink a fucking Jolly Rancher. I like this a lot. Again, I wish that the flavor would hold just a little bit longer, just so that I could let it, sit there and just kind of... But, two questions have to be asked, folks. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely and absolutely. I think for me personally, and now that I'm thinking this in my head, I might need to go over there and go on a bit of a journey, try to find the best watermelon soda that I can. Right now, this is it. This for me hits the way that I want it to hit. And even if, again, there are critiques to be made, I think overall the experience is really nice. And this is something where I would gladly go over there and carry, an occasional one in my fridge just to have as a nice thing. Again, especially on like a hot day or something like that. I think that'd be really nice. So I'm very much down for it. And I am definitely going to go over there and start looking for more watermelon sodas. We'll, see what I can find. Now, if I'm recommending it, I am recommending it. However, it entirely depends on what you want out of a watermelon soda. If you are one of those people who you like that sort of Jolly Rancher style flavor, that very amped up watermelon, and that's fine, by the way. I'm not trying to shit on your taste. This won't hit the way you want it to hit. But if you're like me, where again, maybe you're not big on that sort of artificial watermelon flavor, and it, again, just being way too amped up, this could be the thing for you. This could be your saving grace if you enjoy soda and watermelon together. I think this is a really good soda. Good on you, Jackson Hole Soda. Where the fuck are you from? I wanted to say a thing. Oh, wait. No, it just says Jackson Hole Soda. I'm sure it says it somewhere, but I can't be fucked. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of your week. Monumental rest of your month. Stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there themselves a truly proper tasting watermelon-tastic rest of your life. Because, goddamn. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal watermelon preference? Because like I said, for me, I have very specific stuff that I want, but at the same time, when I consider how popular a lot of these watermelon flavored things are, maybe I'm in the minority. Or maybe I'm just part of the vocal few. Or, well, I guess less vocal few. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But you get my drift. Let me know, though. Do you like the more natural watermelon flavor, or do you prefer that kind of amped up style? Anyway,